Katie, why are you living in this tower apartment with us? Seriously, get the hell out of here, you parasite!
What? What the heck are you on about? Aren't you being a little too rude to me saying things like that when we haven't talked in so long?
Rude? How so? The way you've been doing things is the only rude thing that's been happening around us. I've had it up to here with how you try and treat me like an idiot.
You think I'm treating you like an idiot? What are you talking about, Bailey? If you're not gonna talk to me in a way that's easy to understand, then this whole conversation is going to get nowhere.
You're leeching off of my family, right?
Leeching off of them? I am not.
That apartment is where my parents live, as well as my brother.
Yeah, and I'm also living here.
What I'm getting at is that apartment is like my family home. So I want to live there as well with all my family.
Why do you want to come live here?
Have you not heard anything? That place is like my family's home, and so I have the right to come back there for no reason.
Hold on, this place isn't your family house, though. It was my husband and I that allowed your parents to come live here with us a while back. If you had talked with them more about that, you would understand the situation.
You're being crazy. You are living in the apartment that my parents rented, and you're living there as a parasite, which is even worse. So stop lying to me, because I already know what's going on there.
They're not the ones that put their names down on this place, though. I'm the one that's paying the rent right now, so...
You really love to lie all day long, don't you, you nasty girl? I think you should leave my brother. That way, I'll be allowed to come live there with my family again. Actually, you don't have to leave him yet, because I'll be coming to live there anyway.
What are you talking about, Bailey? You're not gonna live here. There are no more rooms available for you to live in here.
Have you not heard anything from my mom yet?
Huh? About what? You're not saying that you'll actually be allowed to live here, right?
If you don't like it, then maybe you should leave that place. Because I don't really care about what you think about me coming to live there.
But if you come to live in this apartment, you should care about what I think. Well, whatever. I'm going to check with everyone else about this. Bailey is telling me that she's going to be living here with us now. What's that all about? I just checked with Mom about that, but this all has to be a joke, right?
I only just heard about this myself. I didn't know anything about this. I'm so sorry.
Randy, you get what's going on here, right? If things go any further, I'm not going to be able to handle this.
I understand that, and that's why I'm sorry. I'm already really thankful for what you've allowed my family to do, and so you telling me that anything else is impossible is totally understandable. So that's why I'm planning to say something about this as well. But she's my little sister after all, and I know that she's going to do as she pleases, whether I'm okay with it or not.
If that happens, what are we going to do?
Well, if what I say to her doesn't get her to stop, then we'll have to go with Plan B.
Well, that all depends on what happens at that point, right? Let's wait and see what happens with her, I guess.
You're still not out of that place yet? I'm going to toss all your things, Katie.
Huh? Why would you even say that? And before you answer that, didn't Randy already have a word with you? He should have told you that it'd be impossible to move in with us, right? And whatever happened to the husband you had?
You don't have to worry about any of that, so just shut up and leave. A stranger like you has nothing to do with me, right?
So, no matter what you've been told plenty of times now that it's not possible to move in with us.
Well, my mom said it's fine to move in, so stop trying to go against my family, you stupid woman! They are my family, and you're not!
Really, I'm shocked by all of this. You really will not listen to me. I guess at this point, there's really no point in me going easy on you any longer. What I mean is, I'm appalled by you, and you've pretty much pushed me to my limit.
And I'm in the same boat as you right now. Don't you ever forget that it's my parents that are allowing you to live there with them. You're a disgusting little parasite that's stuck to their backs. Are you not embarrassed to be leeching off of your own husband's family?
Don't you think you've had enough of this? All I've heard from you is one rude thing after another, and it's driving me nuts.
Then just leave, and you'll never have to worry about my family again. Coming into my parents' apartment without ever thanking them for it and leeching off of them both. I'm going to live in that apartment of theirs, and you're going to have to leave.
Well, then I'll do just that.
Hurry up and get lost.
And I'll do just that. I'm leaving. But just know that Randy will most likely follow me out as well.
Uh-huh. Randy will too? Why would he leave?
Because I've told Randy all about the things you've said to me. And I think he's had enough of you acting like a little brat. So he'll be leaving this apartment as well. And you can do whatever you want.
Why though? Randy doesn't have to leave with you because he's just fine being there. I was hoping that all of us could live together again like old times when we were all younger, but...
No, it's too late for that now. If you have started to get your whole family involved in this, including your brother, then I probably would have divorced him and gone off on my own. But Randy has stayed on my side and has realized that you and your crappy parents are all too selfish to be around, and he wants to end things with all of you. And I'm with him on that.
But ending things with us is far too extreme. Randy really is a dunce after all. I think he'd be better off cutting ties with you.
You're the dunce, Bailey.
Huh?
Well, having to talk to you about things any longer will be a huge waste of my time. Good luck with paying for the rent of that place.
That's not gonna be my problem.
Do you even know how much it costs per month to live in that apartment? I wonder if you'll be able to pay for it.
Huh? Stop fooling with me, Katie. I have a job and work enough to pay for anything I need to there. And it's not like I'm going to have to pay for that place's rent anyways.
Why not?
Because my parents will be paying for the place, so I'm all set. They've been paying for it this whole time, right? I'm just coming back home to them, so they never asked for me to pay. I've never heard of parents ever asking their cute little girl to pay rent.
You really have such an unexplainable confidence in things working out for you. Well, at this point, I don't care what happens to you. Go ahead and do as you please.
And you can get out of my parents' place now, you parasite. But make sure to tell my brother that he can come home anytime he wants when he has enough of you.
Why not tell him yourself? I'll be changing the name on that place to yours for you, okay? So you go ahead and see for yourself how it is there, and then do as you want with that information. I'm going to tell my husband that you don't want anything to do with me anymore. Now goodbye. Answer your phone. What? I'm not going to answer my phone because I'm not in the mood to hear your voice.
Well, this is about the rent here. I think that there's something wrong with all of it. And so I'd like to talk some of this over with you. Now answer your phone. There's no way a place like this would cost me $7,000 a month, right?
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
Why, is there no way they charge you $7,000 for rent? That's how much that place costs to live in per month.
You're lying, though, right? They must have put an extra zero or something on there, right?
Well, that apartment is right in the middle of the city, and it's very spacious, so there's no way a place like that would only be $700 a month, right? Are you starting to freak out a little now that you realize $7,000 a month is something you can't afford?
Wait. What? There's just no way.
But aren't your parents supposed to be the one that's paying the rent? You were so confident in that before, right? Heh.
Right. You have a good point. They'll pay for the rent. Now I can relax myself again.
Well, good luck there.
I never even had to bother myself with talking to you about this. I'll be able to make it here with my parents no problem. I should have just talked with my parents from the start. Goodbye now, you freak.
You don't have to say things like that anymore now that I'm gone. You're the one that came to me with all this anyway. So why would you start acting that way again? Heh. Know that you really don't have to talk to me anymore, so bye. Do you think you can stop all of that now? You've called me over 200 times now, and there has to be a limit with you, right? When I didn't answer you the first 5 times, didn't you think to give up? Why are you trying to talk to me so much? What do you want with me?
I'm not going to give up now. They used my car without asking me to pay for this place's rent. Do something about all of that.
Yeah? What do you mean by that?
He used my credit card to pay for this apartment's rent. Can you believe any of this? Were you the one that asked them to do that?
So what you're saying is that your parents weren't going to pay for the place, and so they use your card without asking you to pay?
That's right. Why would they do that to me? I don't think my parents would ever do something like that to me. You must have told them to do this to me.
No way. It's getting time for you to read the air a little, huh?
Read what air?
Your parents are a perfect example of a couple of freeloading idiots. You don't think the two of them using your money to pay for things is ridiculous of them?
My parents have been really happy to have me home and laugh all the time about how they were able to get me back after you left.
And they always acted so happy to have me there because of my money.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, to start, the two of them, your mom and dad, both moved into our apartment without ever asking your brother or if they could live there. And during that time, Randy lost his job and wasn't making anything. And I felt bad thinking that all of this had to go down while he was without a job. And so I started to pay for the rent and everything so that your parents didn't start to fight us. But while I had to pretty much care for your parents' selfish needs as well as Randy and my own, you were off somewhere always texting me about how I was a parasite to them.
Are you kidding me? What? That's what was going on? Why would my parents be that way with you?
They had no more money and had to sell their house. And so they lost their place to live and came to that apartment. But when they came into our apartment to live with your brother and I, they began to take our things and sell them for extra cash. And Randy was getting ready to kick them both out. But then you told us that you come move in, and that was the best news we've ever heard. So we were finally able to carry out our plan B, which was to move out of that place and cut all ties with you. Right now, Randy and I are so happy that you came back.
What the hell?
Well, you guys are all trash. Anyways, you and I have no ties to one another anymore, so do you think we can stop talking now?
Well, I'm not able to get in touch with Randy anymore, so I can only talk to you.
I think he's already gone and blocked you. Not sure, but that seems like something he'd do.
Wait, Katie, I just want you to listen to what I have to say here.
Well, if that's all you want.
My parents have left me here.
What?
They said that if I wanted them gone, that they'd leave me here. And they really did end up leaving me here and running away. I have no idea where they're at now, but they shouldn't have anywhere else to go, right? And they've already used my credit card to pay for this place's rent, so I'm going to have to find a way to pay that off.
I see.
And also, I can't hold this back any longer, so I'll tell it to you straight. What happened with my husband is that he found out I was cheating on him and wanted to get a divorce and was asking me to pay his settlement to him as well. So I thought coming back to you all would give me a way to pay him back for all of that. But I never thought things would only get worse the moment I came back to my family.
Well, that'll happen. You even wanted your parents to help you pay off your settlement, which they didn't, and now you have nowhere left to run and have no money.
I know. So, do you think you can help me?
What do you want me to say to that, Bailey?
Say you will! You're my brother's wife after all! You and I are family, right? So helping one another out is what we do when it's needed, right?
Ha ha ha. I'm humored to see that you want my help now, but who was the one that made a huge fuss about me and kicked me out of my own home? Take some responsibility for that, okay?
But that's... Even if you think that's okay, please, Katie, help me out. I won't be able to pay that $7,000, and if I miss the payments every month, I'll only have to pay more in the long run. I won't ever be able to pay that much, so please help me.
No matter how hard you try asking me, that's not happening.
Why not, though?
Your brother and I have already moved away and have nothing to do with you now. And even after telling you all of this might happen, you still went ahead and let me change the place's renters too, right? I don't know about that settlement you have to pay, but you better take care of that soon. If not, you're only going to be digging deeper into all of that debt. I'm sorry, but I don't think you'll ever be able to live a normal life again after this life. You should have been a little more level-headed about your situation before you began to make stupid decisions, right? Huh. You poor soul. After that, Bailey was never able to pay the rent and ended up getting kicked out of the apartment. Her credit card was maxed out, and so the payment would never be processed, and she still needed to pay her ex after cheating on him. With all of that, she began to stress too much to be able to work efficiently at her job, and so she ended up being fired from her job. She lost her whole family, as well as her place to live, and now she was living a life with nothing more than the clothes on her back. She finally began to see just how stupid she was being with the plan she had made, but it was already too late for her to stop it from playing out, and has been left with a whole lot of situations. I'm sure she has no idea what to do now that would help her back up, and I doubt she ever will. As for my husband and I, we have been working on getting a new place for ourselves that we can call our forever home, and my husband has been trying his hardest with the new job he landed. At some point, him and I would love to forget about the toxic family we had to deal with, and I'm sure with time and a lot of new changes in our lives, that'll begin to happen.